management of Equitas Holding is now joining us, Mr. HKN Raghavan, CEO at Equitas Holding. So if you could first start by the AUM growth and the disbursements in the quarter. Very strong set of numbers.
Good morning. And if you look at disbursement, grew this quarter 32% and AUM grew 48%. Net interest income also grew around 52%. And AUM now stands at 6,500 crores. And the PAT increased by 64%. Been a decent quarter, I would say. And there's been in terms of GNP also, if you look at it, the jump between 1.34% to 1.64% is basically because the terms of recognition of NPA is down from 150 to 120 days. So this will again, when we convert ourselves into a bank, we have to recognize the NPA at 90 days. So GNPA is likely to move from 1.64 to 2.2. And currently at 120 days, the provision PCR ratio is around 29%, and it is likely to fall to 26%. But otherwise, the provisions which are there, additional coverage provisions is already there, up to 35 crores will get released. And if the board takes a decision to provide that as a coverage, our provisional coverage ratio will go up to 50%, which I think that is also adequately addressed. So it has been a decent quarter, I would say.
Right. As far as, the overall gross NPA is concerned, could you just explain that again? You have recognized about 5 months this particular quarter. That's the reason?
Correct. Absolutely. Because if you remember last year, we went from 180 days to 150 days. And this year from 150 days, it is 120 days recognition. So that is the only the reason why that particular jump is there in terms of gross NPA. Otherwise, the portfolio quality has been pretty good.
Right. Can you just talk about the transition that we would be doing this year? So, the company would migrate from a microfinance to, a small finance bank. Can you just tell us what will be the next step going ahead? How will the investments be done? Will it largely be front-loaded?
Okay. See, if you look at it, we have already received the final license to start our operations, but there are another 30-odd approvals are required, which are in process of, we have initiated the process, which will take at least 4 to 6 weeks, and a liability branch operations will kickstart somewhere in the month of September for sure. And going forward, yes, we are planning to put 412 liability branches across the country. And in the financial year, September, we are expecting close to 40 to 50 branches operational. And the equity which has got recently infused will take care of the branch expansion plans and cost of expansion.
So can you also just say that once you will get this bank, what will be the cost of funding? What's the current cost of funding, and what can be the substantial decline?
Currently, the cost of funds vary between 11.5% to 12%. And once we convert ourselves into a bank, we will have access to low-cost funds, and we can look at definitely a positive impact in terms of bringing down the cost of funds. It's very difficult for me to predict what it could be, but we definitely see a very good, cost reduction which is likely to come in terms of borrowing.